I wanted to talk about this really quick because this is a very important thing to talk about. Um, I used to call the God the universe for 7 years. That was like what I referred to that energy as. And I just pretended like I didn't think it was God, kind of a thing. But it was like basically I was referring to the same energy. And so I restarted using the word God because it's helped healed my inner child. And the point I was trying to make with that video is that, like, if you are trying to get into a relationship with somebody, you should not have to meet somebody in their reality. You guys should be in the same realities. Like, even terminology wise. Unless you guys have a deep understanding of, like, that's what you guys are both talking about the same thing. When I would use God around my ex, like, he would get really uncomfortable. Like, he would get really, really uncomfortable like this, which I totally understand because it's like, I obviously used to be like that too. That's the craziest part. It's not like I wasn't like that at one point. But I have shifted so rapidly and I have evolved so past being around people who make me question myself, who make me uncomfortable, who can't be mature enough to refer to that energy in like a different way, like you. Like, obviously, if he was like you and he was, fine with the fact that I called God God, instead of like making me feel crazy about it or making me feel weird, or like he was like, well, what happened to you? I was like, dude, I'm just like referring to the energy in a different way. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? This is why I'm done with your fucking ass. Because I'm not allowed to be who I want to be without fucking getting criticism and judgment. And that's why, again, I had to leave my friends behind too. I'm starting to realize it wasn't just because they did this horrible thing with pedophilia or defended their domestic violence abusers or whatever the fuck it was, projected onto me. It was because they were not going to allow me to be myself. They were not going to allow me to evolve into the person that I needed or wanted to be. And I didn't even know this is the person I wanted to be completely honest with you. Again, like, I left Christianity and that religion for so long. I left the terminology God. I left all that behind until I started getting psychic downloads. And, God was basically like, from God too. Like, that's the craziest part is like when I started channeling, like, I just reconnected with the energy of God. So it's so crazy how fastly I adapted to like what I was being told, basically. Had God come to me 6 months before he did, I would not have been able to do this. Because I would have been like, you don't exist, you're a fucking liar, and I don't forgive you. Or you're fucking people down here, you're fucking stupid ass Christians. Because I was like so pissed off. You can see it, it's actually one of my first videos that I posted that I talk in. It was like the first video I posted of talking in a really, really long time. And it was talking about how I forgive God and Christians. Because the spirit of Yeshua came to me. And it was a very profound experience. It was very like, I wasn't psychic yet. But I was just like laying in my bed in my room in December of 2024. And I had this like visual come to me. Like, it was a very profound experience. Like, this whole like feeling like overcame my body. And I saw this like image of Jesus come in my mind. And at the time, I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I didn't believe in Jesus or any of that shit. And so, I was totally down with his teachings and shit, but I didn't think he was as important as now I know. Obviously, I keep talking about how shocked I am that even the Bible is even fucking has an ounce of truth in it, but it does. Which is just shocking to me. But it's so cool because, again, this is super healing for my inner child, and it like comes around full circle. And again, that's like who I prioritize now. I used to prioritize everybody else and their feelings and emotions towards me. Now I prioritize my inner child, and I protect my inner child with the fierceness that I used to protect other people. And when I started to do that instead of protecting people started to get really mad at me. And I'm like, wow, it just shows how much you guys don't want me to fucking heal. Like, that's the thing, is I'm just around a bunch of people who do not like make it healthy or easy for me to heal at all, or be the person I want to be, or be the person I have to become. Like, this is the other thing, is I didn't fucking choose this shit, bro. I was just like chilling one day, and then like all these psychic downloads started coming to me, and I like literally had to like, my ex like knew about it. Because my psychic downloads like came online like 2 months before I moved away and officially broke up with him. So, and it caused fights. My psychic abilities caused fights with him because he was so angry at like what I was telling him. And I was literally just trying to help his ass. So anyway, the point of me saying all this is that, like, you should choose whatever you want to choose to refer to that energy. There is no one way to refer to that energy in the world. And I completely encourage people to use whatever language they want to use. It's unfortunate for me because because I know how off-putting using the term God is. Like, I'm actually, like, fully aware that, like, it hurts me a little bit to actually use that term rather than to just use a more generalized term like source and neutralize it, you know? But that's just, like, not where I've been guided. And again, it's like for my healing for my inner child, because I was raised Christian. So it is really beautiful for me to reconnect back to the Bible and Jesus and God, but just not the same way that I was raised, in the way that I always felt was true to my heart and soul. And that's what I feel like these downloads have given me, is like straight up answers to my favorite book when I was a child, which was the Bible. Like, again, I was obsessed with God and Jesus as a kid because I was raised Christian. So, and a lot of the stories my dad would come in and read me at night, you know, were like Christian stories, you know, like I just was really, 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 really around Christianity a lot. And it severely impacted me because I could tell that they were not doing the right things. I could tell from a very young age that Christianity was not doing what Jesus fucking taught. And that was very exclusionary. And that's why I'm like, say whatever term you want to use for this. Because the point of this is not to be exclusionary. The point of that I was trying to make in that video was not to tear down people who use a different term than the term God. The point of that video was me saying, like, I have had to always meet people in their realities, and not one single person in my life has met me at mine. And I didn't even know this is a reality that I was going to be going into either. That's the other crazy part about this, is like, nobody was able to even meet me at my regular ass reality when I was like normal. Right? Now, definitely people can't meet me in my psychic reality. Like, obviously people here on the internet can. People in real life, absolutely not. Of course, I've met, you know, there's a couple on the internet that are in real life that I haven't, like, gone to meet yet, but I totally will meet up with them, you know, who live here in Florida and stuff. But I'm saying, like, as far as, like, people I've known my whole life, like, I've had to give up everybody my whole life, my whole identity, just to, like, become the person I wanted to be. You know, or it was destined to become. I didn't even know, again, this is, like, going to happen for me. My parents don't know I'm psychic at all. Like, they literally, I could never tell them because they would view this as demonic. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have to sit here and hide my spiritual gifts. I have to hide who I am. I've always had to do that. You know, and so I'm just, like, sick of it. I'm just sick of giving myself up for people. I'm sick of, especially people who cannot care or respect for me in the same ways that I care and respect for them. And I really hope this can help somebody who is with somebody right now who cannot meet you at your fucking depths. Leave them. Be strong. Be brave. Leave them. You're going to hate your life for the rest of your fucking life. Because I watched my mom do it. That's why I'm like this. Because I watched a loveless marriage. I watched my mother settle with somebody that didn't meet her at her reality, and she didn't meet at his, and she's had a miserable fucking life because of it, and she's in complete denial, and I refuse to become my mother. So I am very proud of myself at the end of the day for leaving this relationship and getting out of some shit like this, because I have a really hard time hurting people, even if I know it's best for me, and it prevented me from walking away from the people who are not even gonna love me unconditionally. I'm like, okay, I can't do this shit anymore. I can't be around people where it's going to be this transaction where I have to fit in these boxes and these paradigms of what they want me to be because it makes them feel safe. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck anymore what makes people feel safe. I used to. I don't anymore. God's been training me on that. So, you know, everybody can use whatever term they want with that. There's no rule about it. But at the same time, like, if there's people around you who aren't going to allow you to be yourself and use whatever terms you want, get the fuck away from them. Get the fuck away from them.